the park again today. And I brought my earbuds so that y'all can hear me clearly. I feel like Spirit has been putting it on my heart that I'm not being as vulnerable as I need to be. Or not as I need to be, but as I want to be. The whole point of me creating this channel was to promote positivity, but also to be vulnerable, to share emotions, because we're humans. And I know that people, they will resonate what I go through, and I'm sure we'll have some connected experiences. And so I've been writing poetry probably seriously since high school. I maybe wrote a little bit here and there before, but probably seriously since high school. I've always liked poetry, and today I have a poem for you guys. It is very vulnerable, a piece of me that I don't think I really had the heart to share online, but now I'm having the courage to. And like writing it earlier, I just felt like raw emotion, raw vulnerability, the me who I see, not what others project onto me, or not what other categories or what other roles I've played. And so I'm gonna say this poem for you, and if you resonate, leave a heart under the comment section, any color. I'm a little like, it's very like what's the word, like anticipating or something, like very like, okay, I'm gonna do a deep breath, grounding. This is the growing pains of renewal. Space and time ceased to exist. She felt stuck in a vortex of her own trauma. The personification of her fears came to haunt her. Her body froze and her mind went blank. What was left of her shadow and the final boss dueling toe-to-toe. Her heart and mind watched from the distance as they took their stances in the field of fire. Trauma sent images of betrayal, abandonment, and neglect. Shadow responded with images of a little girl. Trauma through learned core beliefs of unworthiness, guilt, and shame. Shadow responded with a younger version of her, desperately seeking love through the form of avoidance to protect her heart. Sorry, just shuffling through the pages. Okay. So that I can really perform the way I want to, instead of just holding my phone. Whatever. Images of relationships appeared. Her father gone, mother chasing after him. Mother in the Dollar Tree line, sweating and counting coins, wondering what she and her daughter were going to eat that night. Father in a brown jumpsuit, engulfing preservatives, marked it as pizza because that was all the food he can get out of a 6x8. Grandmother lying restlessly in her bed with a Grim Reaper right beside her. Mother swimming in a lake of her own tears because she never got to say goodbye. Mother far too gone in her mind, missing life as it passed by. Father frustrated with the 9 to 5, back out into the streets serving fiends, worried about what his family was gonna eat, trying to make it out alive. Betrayal popped in to say hi. Auntie and cousins swearing on the Bible that they loved her, only to tie her to a cinder block and push her into the same lake that she cried. Demons appeared as new friends, saying, "I got something that'll get you right. Couple of these like that, and all the pain will step aside." Guilt and shame manifested in her because she knew two rights from wrong. She'd seen this story before, and she felt like it wouldn't be long. Fast forward, mother in the corner with the pipe, lighting up the sky. Father with his hand held. Father with his hand held high, right above the place with the purple spot. She knocked, she pounded, she begged, but no one came. In that duel for her sanity, trauma stabbed her in the side, taking away the person that gave her life. The little girl came to the front, reminded of her fears she used to run from. She disappeared into a void with no one to turn to because she couldn't trust on a foundation built on lies. Aunts and cousins made her cry. It was no longer her place to ask why. They thought this lasted a day. How bright. Trauma struck her down with one shot. She grew up in isolation, no trust, depending on the numbness to get her by, and it did its job. She grew up in a system feeling unwanted, carrying the burdens of the pain of everyone else, keeping hers on the back burner. She felt obligated to return to everyone that was hurting. She got placed with a wonderful family, but she was too scared to cry. They saw through her pain, and not picking at a vein, but trying to lead her back to sanity. They found small moments that reminded her of her destiny. So she found love again through giving, never really quite learned the lesson. Trauma was a quiet beast, and it didn't show itself at first. Then all of a sudden, all the memories started flooding. How could she deal with people who cared, never figuring out that the love she sought for was already there? We'll look into the future through the window of the soul, and there you will see it. The ending, airing, bold. Express your pain and don't hold it inside. Not for anyone else, and not for the sake of your mental health, but for the sake of you and speaking your truth. I'm gonna manifest this message and make it onto the For You page of people that really need to hear it. Love, light, and peace.